Hi, welcome to the Morton Matchday programme and a very Merry Christmas to you. Coming up in today's show, we'll be hearing the thoughts of Gary Miller ahead of the game against Ayr United this weekend. Our featured interview will be with Kris Moore, and we'll also be showing some great goals against Ayr United. However, it is that time of year. Just because it's Christmas and Boxing Day doesn't mean that the game doesn't go on. The players have been in, they've been getting prepared, they've also had their meeting and they're away to training now. So, let's hear from Gary Miller.
Gary, first of all, how's the reaction been from the boys following last Saturday's match?
Obviously everybody's disappointed and feel like we need to really do better to give an account of ourselves and show the correct attitude. So yeah, pretty disappointed and should be looking forward to sort of getting a better reaction tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously having had the chance to analyse the match, sit and talk the players through the match again, what were some of the biggest frustrations leading Saturday?
Just the manner we lose the goals, you know, some of our sort of doing things that we'd worked on not to do and stuff like that and our reactions, but you know, we've had to move on as soon as Monday came, working on things, as you said, work ethic, working together, team spirit and sort of focusing on what we need to do now on Saturday. Yeah,
and I suppose it must have come as a good distraction for the boys yesterday, having the chance to have Christmas with their families and let them refocus for them.
Yeah, it's great to let them have a day with their families, recuperate, you know, and sort of build themselves back up and be ready to go Saturday. It's important to have time with our families and do things like that, but again, we now need to come out at the weekend and show the fans how much it means to us to be playing football and be playing at this club.
And what are your thoughts ahead of this one tomorrow?
It should be a good game, hopefully. You know, we'll come out in the manner we want to work hard, we want to do the right things and we want to be aggressive, so it'll be on the players now to go and carry that out.
And certainly when it comes to recent home games as well, we have seen good performances from the boys. Are you hoping for much of the same tomorrow, the same sort of directness and the same when it comes to chances created?
Yeah, certainly. I think we're going to go out and look to create chances. We're going to look to be aggressive. We're going to look to do all the things that we have been doing well and focusing mainly on that. As you said, it's been an important time for families and that this week, so it'll be important to me to put across to the players, you know, those fans coming here, they're coming to support the team and to do well, to get the fans back on side and really push forward to try and get a good result.
Yeah, and it's the final game of the year as well. How good would it be to end the year on the high going into 2026?
Yeah, it would be great. It would mean a lot to the club as well, and as I said, the players should be going out there with a focus to sort of fix what sort of happened last week and show a really good account of themselves and show that they're good players and they've got a good team spirit and we're really looking to work hard to get a result.
And games against Ayr United this season, it's been close encounters. Are you expecting another tight one tomorrow?
Yeah, as you said, Gareth, they have been tight. There's been the odd wee sort of judgment for referees and whatever else put in there, but you know, we're looking to go out and carry out the best performance that we can put on and get the result that we're looking for.
Great to hear from Gary there. Let's hope the boys can do the job out in the park on Saturday. Let's hear from one of them now. Not just any player, but the Dalrada Technology Player of the Month for November, as voted for by you. It's Kris Moore.
Kris, I suppose I'll just start off by asking, how was your Christmas?
Yeah, good. Managed to get back down, see the family, so enjoyed it.
Yeah, I suppose how much does that help as well, being able to get back down, especially when this is your first season playing away from home?
Yeah, obviously it helps massively. I don't get to see my family that often. You know, they do come up for the games and stuff, but yeah, it was nice to get back down the road and see them.
Yeah, and although it was just a day, still a nice wee break from training?
Yeah, good day off. Like I said, you know, some good quality time with, you know, the family, so.
And I suppose just touching on training then, how has training been this week?
Yeah, training's been good. Yeah, obviously, you know, after last week we've just, you know, tried to put that to a side and start afresh and, you know, prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah, what have some of the discussions been following Saturday's game from the management staff?
Obviously, we all know, you know, the game weren't a good enough performance from the lads. But again, just try not to dwell on it because things move fast. So you know, we've got to look forward to the next game.
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest frustrations for the team. maybe from a defensive point of view is the fact that, you know, this season we have been fairly solid defensively, so the frustrating thing was obviously the fact that we conceded the 5 goals.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, the full team, obviously we weren't happy with the 5 goals, but defensively, you know, want to try to keep clean sheets or concede as least as possible, so conceding a 5, yeah, we was disappointed.
But important to move on quick and a chance to end the year on a real high as well, back here at Capo against Ayr tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, definitely looking to put things right tomorrow. So.
And what are your thoughts ahead of this one?
Again, difficult game, as all the games in this league are, but you know, we're at home, and you know, recently I know the Edgewood game, even though we lost, I think we deserve more from that game, so yeah, put on a strong performance and hopefully, like you said, end the year on a high. And
of course our games against Ayr United this season, it's been tight games as well. Had that draw here at Capo and then a tight loss away from home as well. Are you going to be expecting much of the same tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be a very, very similar game. I'm sure they'll come, you know, positive, looking to, you know, get as many points as they can, but we need to just do our job and hopefully get the 3 points.
And on a personal note for you as well, we've obviously recently just launched the new Dorada Technology Player of the Month award. You're the first winner voted for by the fans. How pleased were you to pick up that award?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's positive. It means I must have done something right, I think. So yeah, I was very happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, a good November for you as well, picking up 2 goals, important goals as well, but also strong defensively.
Yeah, November we went, you know, on a good run. So as good as that is for me, you know, it's more about the team. So just look to put last week right and then go again.
Thanks for joining us on the show today. As I mentioned earlier, we'll go out with some great goals against Ayr United. Before all that though, the club were saddened this week to learn about the passing of former player Jimmy Miller. Jimmy was a local boy and was an integral part of Benny Rooney's great championship winning team of 77-78. He made a lot of appearances for the club, and his versatility made him a very, very special player. No less an authority than Big Andy Ritchie said every team should have a Jimmy Miller in it, and we were lucky to have one. We send our condolences on behalf of the club to his daughter Suzanne and all the members of his family.